assessment, promote skill-oriented training courses, applied research, water resources, data banking and management, production of sectoral code of practice, library documentation services, organization of water conference such as this, and then collaboration and partnership and networking with other institutions. To discharge its responsibility and carry out its mandate, NWRI undertakes a variety of activities grouped into 4 major categories: training, research, library documentation, and technical services. Non-core functions of the institutes are consultancy services and computer services. IT, I need your assistance. Okay. One of the departments is the training department. The training department has 4 divisions: engineering and professional training, outreach division, general studies, and entrepreneurship division. Then the capacity, NWRI capacity building outlook. The NWRI has trained middle level manpower in its ND, HND, and PGD, as well as the advanced diploma and certificate courses over the years. Capacity of the sector engineers, scientists, technicians, and other practitioners were also developed through its regular short and on-the-job project-specific training, as well as also the youth empowerment training. This is no before this. Okay, this is a summary of the NWRI training programs over the 40 years since 1979 to up to 2019. As we can see from the slide, it represents both the pre-diploma. We started with the pre-diploma earlier on, then later the certificate, ND, HND, AD, and the PGD 1 and 2. Then this is a summary of the enrollment so far. We can see at the beginning we have very much high enrollment. Then over the time we have a decline in that, but that could be explained. There was a recession at one point in time, and that's why we are having that. But the whole thing is now picking up, as we can see toward the last. And this is NWRI short courses from 2014 to 2018. We have carried out a lot of specific training which are targeted at enhancing the sector capacity. We can see from that graph. Apart from the short courses, we also carry out induction courses. This is a summary of the induction courses from 2009 to 2019 and the number of personnel trained under that particular program. This is a brief on the induction course. These are part of the participants that have attended the induction course over the years. Next. We also have outreach courses. These are courses run by the outreach department. They are basically short-term courses and targeted. Some of them are on demand. Institutions will come to the institute and request for a particular specific training, and we do carry out. And over the years, this is the outcome of that. Then apart from that, we also have a collaboration with JICA in 2011 up to 2014, where we run courses specifically targeting the rural water supply and sanitation subsector. And this is the number of courses we have developed during that time. And by the side, these are the number of personnel we have trained over the year. We have a total of our 662 trained under the program. Next. This is a summary and picture some of the trainings carried out under the RWA, Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Center, in collaboration with JICA. Next. Then we also have project-specific training. These are outlined like the Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Project, in which we carried out in collaboration with UNICEF. We also have the National Fadama Development Program. So these are also, and then community-based urban development project. We have the small town, we have the urban water supply scheme, and the federal rural water supply and sanitation program, as well as the hygiene and community management supported by the UNICEF. Apart from that, we also have the youth empowerment training, which we have mentioned earlier. And under that, we have three categories of training. One under the water well drilling course, and then we have welding and refabrication, and then we have the household water managers. And indicated there are the number of personnel trained. Our youth, some of them who have just left school, we are trained under this program, and we can see the record there. Next. This is a photograph from some of the youth empowerment training carried out within the institute. Next. Is also part of the youth empowerment under the drilling. And this is a presentation of certificate to those who have graduated from the program. Next. Then also as part of the training department function, we conduct regular training programs, development of curriculum of new courses, conduct of short courses, conduct of youth empowerment, then secretariat to the Human Resources and Research Subcommittee of the National Water Resources Council. Then the regular training program are basically the ND and HND in Water Resources Engineering Technology. We also have the Advanced Diploma in Hydrogeology and Certificate course in Water Resources Engineering. Earlier, when we started, we were running Civil Engineering Technology, but over time, we now develop new curriculum in Water Resources Engineering Technology, which we are presently running. Then approved programs also were some of our programs that have been approved newly, ND and HND in agricultural and bioenvironmental engineering, then ND and HND in surveying, though still in the process. But for the agricultural and bioenvironmental engineering, it has been approved by the NBT, and we are ready to kickstart that. Then ND and HND in computing, that is also on the process of approval. Then ND water resources, hydrology and water resources management. This has been approved by NBT. So we have two additional courses which have been approved by NBT already. Then the next department, technical department of the institute, is the Research and Technical Services Department. The department runs with 4 divisions: hydraulic division, code of practice, hydroinformatics, and information and documentation services division. Next. Under the department, we have carried out a lot of activities such as the reservoir sedimentation studies. A lot of work has been carried out under that. We carried out the bathymetry survey of Tiga Dam, Bakolori, Chalawa, Sabki, Kangimi, Onyan, and so on. And from the study, we can see some of the findings. Like, for example, 39.35% of Sabki Dam has been silted up. We can see the findings from those studies. 39.24 in Bakolori, 30.38 in Kangimi, 8.47 in Onya, and then 6.33 in Lower Usman Dam. So these are some of the findings we have gotten from that sedimentation study. And all these are part of it. Next. These are some of the pictorial view of the sedimentation equipment and process. Next. Next. Okay. Also, flood assessment were carried out under the research and technical services, like the Sokoto flooding in 2010 was assessed by the assessment was carried out by the institute under the department. Ibadan flooding, Kaduna flooding, Lagos, Makodi, Jibia, Abeokuta, and Oyo flooding. Next. Then another laudable project the institute has also embarked on under the department is the assessment of viability of irrigation scheme, the assessment of the existing large and small irrigation scheme in the 12 River Basin. So far, we have covered Sokoto Rima, Upper Niger River Basin Development Authority, Lower Benue, Ogun Oshun, and I think Upper Benue too, we have covered it recently, and so on. We need to reflect that. Next. Then we have also embarked on next experimentation on non-native crops. Go back to the previous slide, IT, please, sorry. The slide before this. The slide before this, sorry. Okay, so non-native crops experimentation in some state of the federation like cocoa in Kaduna. It is surprising for you to see that, yeah, cocoa, we have experimented it and is thriving in Kaduna. Ginger in Oyo. These are crops that are cultivated in a particular region of the country, and we are trying to see how can they thrive in other regions of the country, and we have found interesting results with regard to that. Cocoa, coffee, ginger, and turmeric has now been experimented in Lower Benue, particularly in Makodi. So these are some of the research we are carrying on. Next slide. So organization of the annual National Water Conference like this is also being done by the Research and Technical Services Department, then development of sectoral code of practice. So far, we have developed the code of practice for water well construction in Nigeria, which was mentioned yesterday by the barrister. Then code of practice for reservoir operations and management, as well as the code of practice for water work operation, which is ongoing now. Next. Then also as part of the department activities, meteorological stations were established in secondary schools to give them a sort of catch them young so that we discover over time data, especially meteorological data, had to come by in the country. So we feel let's start with the younger ones so that they can imbibe the culture of taking and documenting data. Geography clubs were targeted of about 10 schools attending the workshop and so on. So practical class were carried out on how to monitor and manage this meteorological station. Next. Also, as part of the department activities, Songhai Model Farm was also established for the department, and you can see from the picture. Then the next department is groundwater. Groundwater department has three divisions basically: geophysics, drilling, and hydrogeochemistry. Next. What are the activities of the groundwater department? Design and conduct research in the field of groundwater toward the enhancement of groundwater exploration, exploitation, and recharge. Design, implement, and coordinate training courses appropriate to the various aspects of groundwater resources. Then develop and produce appropriate training modules, manuals, and extension materials, monograms to sensitize the sector stakeholders. Collect and process hydrogeological data for water resources development and management, and carry out consultancy services in the area of groundwater development and management. Then implementation of code of practice in water well construction through licensing of the drillers. Next. Then also carrying out capacity building, particularly targeting rural water supply and sanitation personnel. We have done that with Ondo, Enugu, Katsina, Kebbi, Yobe, Niger, and Taraba. Then groundwater monitoring program. We try to establish monitoring wells to assist us to monitor groundwater. These are some of the training programs under the groundwater in pictures. Then the next department is water resources and environmental management. The department comprised of three divisions: drought, flood, and erosion control, sewerage and wastewater management, as well as water supply, sanitation, and hygiene division. The focus of the department is to conduct research activities to help in policy making and strategy development at national, state, and LGA level, particularly focusing on water supply, hygiene, and sanitation, wastewater management, drought, erosion, and flood control. Then conduct research and training on those areas. Next. Then conduct research on sewerage and wastewater management as well. Then carried out public health enlightenment to unsafe and inadequate sanitation. Then to operate and maintain water quality laboratory for research and training purposes. Next. IT next. Okay, erection of flood marks by the department carried out across some states in Nigeria. Then national assessment of drinking water quality, study on prevalence of kidney disease in the Hadeja and Unguru wetland areas. This has been found is really an issue of concern around that riparian corridor. Then urban sanitation studies in Kano, Edo, and FCT. Next. This is one of the facilities bought by the department for water quality analysis. These are some of the assessment. This is drinking water quality assessment, findings from there. Next, also, community-led total sanitation program was also established, development of escalate, and then flood mark, we have mentioned that. This was erected in some major cities in Nigeria. Next, erection of the flood mark, you can see the process. Then manpower development and training. Yes, we've been training others. Also, we need to look inward and train our staff as well. 60 staff of the institute were sponsored locally for various training at ND, HND, PGD, MSc, and PhD level. I can tell I'm one of the beneficiaries. 10 staff were also sponsored for international trainings in MSc and PhD from 2017 to date. Next. NWLARA has also been collaborating with institutions, external support agencies like the UNICEF, UNESCO. We have World Bank, EU, JICA, WANET, NEPAD, OIE, WADEC, and then International Network on Small Hydropower. Next. Then we also have established centers like the Regional Center for Integrated River Basin Management, the Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Center, supported by JACA, which I mentioned earlier on. Then the National Water Resources Capacity Building Network. Here it has a network of universities, one from each of the 6 geopolitical zones, and is being coordinated by the National Water Resources Institute. Then we also have the NEPAD West African Network Center of Water Excellence, where we collaborate with NEPAD to establish capacity building programs. Next. The next, this is a history of the capacity building network. Started in 2006 and is being operational to date. And these are the universities under it: Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Federal University of Agriculture. Then next, the objective of the network. IT next. 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 Then MOUs. Then also this is an activity of the Regional Center for Integrated River Basin. These are MOUs we have entered with partner institutions and universities like the Nigerian Defense Academy, the Benin University, University of Port Harcourt, and other international bodies like the IHU and so on. Next. Then development of new curriculum. Go back, please. This is also an area where NWLARA has played a key role. For now, we have developed WASH curriculum for various educational institutions at the university, and I can say that particularly University of Maiduguri has floated that. We now have a course specifically for WASH at BSc level. Their first year have already written their examination. They are looking forward to the second year. Nnamdi Azikiwe University are going to start their own next year, specifically on WASH. And I believe here we may have many people that will want to move into that. We have looked inward in the past that most of us that are in the WASH sector today, we join the sector at the top. But we need to have people who will have career from the beginning. So, and that's why we have come up with this, and people are it's open to all of us to join and then have it.
Thank you very much. Now only my face you can see. You can't see anything here again. Thank you.
So thank you very much. These are activities of the National Water Resources Institute. Thank you.
Thank you very much. They are still going to, they will not snap with you because their own case is different. Don't worry. We're going to collectively call all of you together. I have an instruction to invite all the agencies, first of all, instead of mixing them with the departments. And I think there are just 3 of them. So I'm going to invite now the Nigeria Integrated Water Resources Management Commission. Is the commission ready? Okay, the commission is not ready. So we move on now. Excuse me? Alex Ekweme died since when? I didn't hear. Okay, they did theirs in the group down. Okay. So it boils down to the same thing. They are not here. So we take the last agency now available to us. And that's the NISA, the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency. That's the third one. Under the agencies, we have the National Water Resources Institute, the Nigeria Integrated Water Resources, and Nigeria Hydrological Services. Okay, NISA is also not available. Very well. So just make your comments. So that's automatic carryovers for all of them, right? They have carryovers now. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the National Water Resources Institute for their contributions in uh, their capacity building of the staff of the water sector, and also the various research activities that they've conducted that has impacted positively on the activities of the ministry. We've seen a good number of, we have seen their mandates. We have seen that it's very, very, very wide mandate. But I still believe that there are so many people in the water sector that are not familiar, they are not well informed about the elaborate roles that the institute is playing. But I have been very frequent there in the last 1 year, and I first time I got there, I know in the early years of my joining the service, I attended short courses there, very wonderful. But in the last 1 year, when I got there, I really marveled at the growth of the institute and the determination of the chief executives and all the lecturers that are there. They are really, really doing a lot. And I've been talking to the MDs to actually look in that direction. I think we have been emphasizing foreign training too much. We should also look inward. And it's cheaper. Now with COVID, there are restrictions in foreign trips. And so I think it's even going to be an advantage for the institute for us to look inwards and look in that direction. Presently myself, I'm taking a course there. Dr. Sani is my lecturer on eco hydrology and wastewater management. I gained a lot under him, and honestly, so many of them. Yeah, the DG himself is my lecturer in water governance. There's a lot. There's a lot that, and this it doesn't cost much. It's just Kaduna here, you know. So we need to encourage them. The minister himself has charged all the river basins to make sure that they patronize the National Water Resources Institute in terms of capacity building. So it's mandatory. It's mandatory for the river basins to do that. And I hope that the directors, the EDs of admin are here for the various river basins. I'm not seeing your MDs, but if the EDs are here, all the EDs, please take note. You've seen that their training covers all the aspects of your work, both planning, engineering, hydrology, hydrogeology, groundwater development, even human resources aspects. Look, the induction, like that induction, is compulsory for all your new intakes. So uh, I want to congratulate the DG and his team. Well done, and we can see the way they are driving this conference. When they were given the charge about 10 years ago, see how far they have taken us. The team is gaining strength and strength. This particular conference can be likened to anyone who have attended internationally. And so I think we need to really continue to increase the standard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In respect to that, I'd like to also repeat the announcement that the professional master's degree and the other courses, as he said, the forms can be got here. If you go to the secretariat, Abdul Kadir, and the rest of them will give you the forms. Oga, when you are saying it's just Kaduna here, Kaduna is no longer just Kaduna here. They never kidnap you now. They talk so now just Kaduna here. Before now playing with the enter, now train with the follow. They don't begin to attack the train tracks now. Anyhow, we'll go manage. We will survive. Please, Dr. Sani, you just heard him. The training here is better than the one abroad. So stop spending our money to go abroad to go and get this in. Stay here. And please, for the rest of you, if you are going there, be careful. These people, they will give you carryover. You won't know when. No. These people sitting here, they can, especially Madam can give carryover. Well, especially if you delay her promotion, she just catch you one side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me also appreciate my other lecturers that are here. I'm actually taking MSc program in.
The man is afraid of carryovers, so he wants to appreciate.
No, they know me.
The other lecturers.
No, it's not so. But I think we need to give honor to whom honor is.
Yes.
Who deserves it. And so, Dr. Edube is my lecturer in IWRN. You get it? IWRN that we'll be talking about. That is what we are promoting. This is my lecturer in IWRN. It's wonderful.
Who is it? Dr. Edube, where is he? Please raise your hand. Let's see you. Okay.
Dr. Sani, I already said in eco hydrology and wastewater management.
Yes.
Good. And Madam, yes, in wash, in sanitation, water, wash, right, water and sanitation.
Yes.
You get it? So I have been, of course, I've been in the ministry and I know what my colleagues from the Department of Water Quality have been doing, but not by the time I went for those lectures. I really, because then I really quite appreciate. And the thing is that IWRM is very versatile. Once you do it, you can manage any department.
Sir, so how much did you score? What was your score in the last exam?
I know that I am very, very sure that I didn't fail any of my courses.